I've been using computers since I was about 9 months old. I've been around the tech scene for a very, very long time. My first laptop ran Windows 95, had no wireless internet access, nor even an Ethernet port, simply a dial-up modem. With that long-term experience, I've spent most of my life with the accepted philosophy that unless you spend multiple thousands of dollars on a laptop, laptops generally aren't worth crap. At least for someone who already has a powerful desktop workstation that I would spend 90% of my time at. But despite my distaste for all laptops within my budget ranges, I've only ever been able to really get immersed in writing on a laptop. Website articles, video scripts, personal writing and fiction, writing is something that's always been very important to me. So I've been on a quest for a high-end laptop to last me for a few years as of late. We're going to be starting with hopefully quite a few laptop reviews now that I'm on this quest, so let's start with this one, the Lenovo Yoga 900. The Lenovo Yoga 900 is a 13-inch convertible laptop, and it's a total badass. Starting for around $1,200, the same price Dell is asking for a 2-in-1 with only a Core M in it, you get an Intel Skylake i5 or i7 processor, a wonderful 8GB of RAM configurable up to 16 gigs if you like, 256 or a 512GB SSD for near instantaneous boot ups and shutdowns, and a gorgeous 3200 by 1800 IPS multi-touch display, and then some boring but useful stuff like Windows 10 pre-installed, 8260 AC Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth 4.1. It even has a USB Type-C port on it, but we'll get to that in the physical overview. On the whole, this is one badass laptop and definitely has renewed my faith in premium laptops, but it does have some quirks to complain about. Real quick, the unboxing experience for this laptop was awesome. The box had a riser system to kind of reveal the laptop to the user. Pretty cool. For a premium product of this price, I would expect such an experience, but I've been surprised to see that so little of this is happening these days. Let's take a look at the laptop itself. This is a very thin laptop, incredibly so at just over half an inch thick. I call it an Ultrabook with my own classification, but I know there's specifics that go into the official classification, so I'm not sure if it technically is. It's probably not. It weighs about 2.9 pounds and is great for carrying on the go. The beautiful silver body houses quite the machine in here. The highlight of the outer view is their new watch band hinge system, and it's pretty impressive. Lenovo seems to have redefined the laptop hinge in a very good way by using aluminum and steel pieces to create hinges similar to a watch band that keeps the screen completely sturdy and still while typing in normal laptop mode, or keeps it locked into place for stand mode, tent mode, or tablet mode. Yeah, this thing can fold all the way around. Pretty cool. This isn't the newest feature, but the hinges do feel much stronger and give me much more confidence in doing something like that than normal. Given that my mom has broken multiple laptops via damaged hinges, convertible laptops have always scared me. In fact, the only ones that I ever really had interest in back in the day was the old school convertible laptops where you used a stylus pen that only worked on the screen and you flipped the screen over on top of the keyboard, but I'm getting pretty excited for these as well. The hinge also acts as the ventilation system for a laptop with an incredibly quiet metal alloy fan inside that keeps it cool without ever getting very loud. There's some warmth to the hinge when it's under load, but it never really gets hot to the touch. It just feels warm, which is a nice contrast to the otherwise cool metal body that you're feeling with your hands. My problem with this is that there's no proper leverage for actually opening up the laptop. It takes me a long time to actually get it open, despite the fact that the keyboard side is grippy and the screen side is not as grippy. I don't have any part of the laptop to just put my finger on to actually open it up with one hand. So I have to open it up like a specific way, like tearing open a book or something with both hands. This is a weird inconvenience, and maybe I'm just not getting it, but using it with one hand takes a lot of force. You need a lot of leverage behind that due to the lock-in hinge. Maybe once you use it a lot more than I have, sit here and open it up, it might loosen up and get better, but that would make me nervous as well. On one side, we have a USB 3.0 port with always-on charging functionality that is thankfully still black to match the rest of the laptop instead of the usual blue. Next, there's a 3.5mm combo audio jack, an auto-rotate control button, a Novo recovering button that I don't want to press, and a weirdly located power button. The other side features an SD card reader, a USB Type-C 3.0 port with video out capabilities, another USB 3.0 port, and then a really fascinating USB 2.0 port. Notice that I didn't list a DC power power in port anywhere. That's because the power plug is integrated via a few extra pins within that USB 2.0 port that is orange here. It also has the power lines to indicate that it is the power port. The extra pins are only connected when the power cable is connected with a certain notch in a certain way, and the other end runs the USB input of the included wall wart, which, when you're not charging the laptop, you get an extra USB 2.0 port on the laptop, and the wall wart actually acts as a USB charger by knowing when to switch to 5 volts instead of, I think it's like the 20 volt charging for the laptop itself to charge your other USB devices, such as your phone. Pretty cool. While it's not charging via the USB Type-C port, this is still an interesting innovation regardless. But it doesn't always work as expected, or at least from what I've been able to tell. We'll get into that in a minute. Let's move to the surface, which I have to open up here. Here we have a wonderful black rubbery surface around the keyboard and trackpad, which grips my hands quite comfortably without causing too much friction. The trackpad has an attractive silver reflective-y border. The trackpad is quite smooth and very responsive. It feels very nice to use, but it feels a little too sensitive, and often when just trying to scroll through websites, I'll end up zooming in on them, which is a tad annoying. The mouse buttons are quite clicky and satisfying feeling, so no complaints there. I'm glad to still see 3D movable clicky buttons. The keyboard, on the other hand, is a little mushy and can cause some typos here and there. I've written quite a few video scripts on it already, and when I'm going, it's quite enjoyable to write on, but I've had some issues where keys just don't end up getting pressed when I want them to. Being used to a mechanical keyboard, this isn't entirely surprising, but an annoyance for me regardless. Then we have the screen. It's a beautiful 3200 by 1800 IPS multi-touch display, and I absolutely love it when I'm indoors. I'm impressed that the reflective glass manages to not distract from usage too much, and it's bright and sharp indoors. I've tried using it outside at my fiance's university, and I literally could not see the screen at all, even on max brightness. It looked as if the backlight was turned off. This was a tad disappointing, as it was a nice day out, but oh well. Above the screen is a 720p webcam, so here's a sample of that. This is an audio-video test using the 720p webcam on the Lenovo Yoga 900. I'm moving around to show how the frame rate handles. I have a light in front of me and a light right here, but so I'm fairly brightly lit. If I turn it here to get the light behind me, there you go, get some lens flare going on there. This is a test, and then I'm going to do a quick typing test here in Google Keep. This is a typing test to see how the microphone picks up typing. Since it is a quiet keyboard, you did see the screen shook a little bit here. This is a test. Overall, using this laptop was a blast, and the small form factor and speed of the beefy i7 means I really wish that I had one of my own. However, I ran into some weird issues, which might have just been mostly Windows 10 related. The wireless icon kept glitching out or disappearing. Sometimes when I hit the airplane mode button, which was generally on accident since the function keys have the extra controls as the first layer instead of the actual F1 through F12 buttons, which I don't like at all, airplane mode just wouldn't turn off until I restarted the machine. Thankfully, with the included SSD, it reboots almost instantly. I'd love to see how quick this bad boy is running Linux. I'll have to get a hold of one and try for myself sometime. Secondly, charging seemed to not be working properly. While the laptop is plugged in, the battery icon keeps bouncing between showing battery usage and plugged in and charging. I can't tell if this is a software issue or an issue with the charger. It still has amazing battery life and still charged just fine, but that makes me very nervous. But overall, this laptop is blazing fast and does quite well on benchmarks. Frankly, my biggest complaint is that window scaling still sucks, so I have to run things at tiny icons for 100% scaling at the native resolution because I simply cannot stand how blurry Windows elements get when scaling. Bleh. Windows. Why? Overall, the Lenovo Yoga 900 is an amazing laptop. It doesn't have my favorite keyboard, and I have issues opening it, but it is blazing fast, super lightweight, super thin, and quiet. Really, for a laptop of this price range, it is hard to beat. I'm not a big tablet guy, but in 2016, I prefer a touchscreen on Windows devices, and something that Apple really needs to catch up on, ironically. Lenovo delivers us a 2-in-1 convertible that works well without making the keyboard detachable. I can't stand keyboard detachable models. Props Lenovo, my faith in premium laptops has been restored. Thanks so much for watching my review of the Lenovo Yoga 900 13-inch convertible laptop. My name's been Adam or EposVox. Be sure to smash the like button if you liked it, leave a comment down below if you have something to say, and otherwise, subscribe for more awesome tech videos, and I will catch you in the next one.